Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Astha and I am pursuing my computer science and engineering degree from Sri Venkateswara College, Bangalore. Currently, I am in second semester. In today's video, we will discuss about corrosion and its types. In this video, we will discuss about corrosion and its types: dry corrosion, wet corrosion, differential metal corrosion, differential aeration corrosion, waterline corrosion, and pitting corrosion. So first, what is corrosion? Corrosion can be defined as the destruction or the loss of metals or alloys by the surrounding environment through chemical or electrochemical reactions. Example, rusting of iron, a reddish-brown scale formation on iron objects, green scales formed on copper vessels. Corrosion may occur either in dry environment or in an aqueous medium. The former is called as the dry corrosion and the later is called as the wet corrosion. Causes of corrosion are water, humidity, harsh weather, salt, and high dust. So now let's look at some chemical reactions that takes place during corrosion. At anode, metal atoms are converted into their ions, liberating electrons. Iron is converted into Fe2 plus by liberating 2 electrons. At cathode, the cathodic reaction is based on the nature of the environment. First, in the absence of oxygen, in acidic medium, liberation of hydrogen takes place, and in neutral or alkaline medium, hydrogen oxide ions are formed with simultaneous liberation of hydrogen. In presence of oxygen, in acidic medium, absorption of oxygen takes place. In neutral or alkaline medium, hydroxide ions are formed. The iron ions Fe2 plus form anode combines with hydroxyl ions from cathode to form iron hydroxide on the surface between anode and cathode areas. Iron hydroxide further reacts with oxygen and water, forming hydrated iron oxide, which is the corrosion product rust, Fe2O3.3H2O, which is known as the rust.
If an iron object is left out in the rain, a reddish-brown layer is deposited on its surface after a few days. This layer is called rust. Iron reacts with oxygen of the air in the presence of moisture to form a substance called iron oxide, which we call rust. This is a chemical change because this change is permanent. You cannot get back the iron from iron oxide. The chemical equation for this reaction can be represented as iron plus oxygen plus water, iron oxide.
There are two types of corrosion: dry corrosion and wet corrosion. Dry corrosion. It is also known as chemical corrosion. Dry corrosion involves the direct attack of metals by dry gases, mainly through chemical reactions. It occurs by direct attacks of atmospheric gases such as oxygen, hydrogen, sulfide, halogen, and sulfur dioxide on the metal, forming oxide layer. Example, the attack of dry air or oxygen on a metal to form an oxide layer over the surface. The other type of corrosion is wet corrosion, which is also known as electrochemical corrosion. Wet corrosion involves reactions in an aqueous solution medium. The conducting surface of the metal undergoes an electrochemical reaction with the moisture and the oxygen present in the atmosphere. Example, rusting of iron. Here, iron combines with oxygen and water to form hydrated iron oxide, which is known as rust. Wet corrosion is further divided into two types. First, differential metal corrosion, and second, differential erasion corrosion. Differential erasion corrosion is further subdivided into two types. First, waterline corrosion, and second, pitting corrosion. Let's study about each one of them one by one. Let's start with differential metal corrosion. Differential metal corrosion occurs when two dissimilar metals are in contact with each another and exposed to a corrosive conducting medium. The metal with lower electrode potential acts as an anode and undergoes oxidation and gets corroded. The other metal with higher electrode potential acts as a cathode and undergoes reduction and gets protected from corrosion. This type of corrosion is also known as galvanic corrosion or differential metal corrosion. The rate of corrosion depends mainly on the difference in potential between the two metals. Higher the difference, faster is the rate of corrosion. Examples: steel screws in brass or bronze equipment, steel pipe connected to a copper plumbing. Next, let's talk about the other type of wet corrosion, that is differential erasion corrosion. When a metal is exposed to different concentrations of oxygen or electrolyte, part of metal exposed to less oxygen concentration acts as an anode and undergoes corrosion. The other part of the metal, which is exposed to higher oxygen concentration, acts as a cathode and is protected. This is known as differential erasion corrosion. Example: iron rod partially immersed in NaCl solution. Second, part of the nail inside the wall undergoes corrosion. Third, when a dust particle sit on the metal bar, the part under the dust undergoes corrosion. And fourth, partially filled iron tank undergoes corrosion inside water. Differential erasion corrosion is further divided into two types of corrosion. First, waterline corrosion. Let us consider iron rod dipped in an electrolyte or water. Part of the metal which is in less contact with oxygen acts as an anode and undergoes corrosion, while the other part which is in contact with higher oxygen concentration acts as cathode and is unaffected. The cell reactions are: at anode, the metal by liberating the electrons becomes metal ions. Example: Fe becomes Fe2 plus by liberating 2 electrons. At cathode, water combines with oxygen forming hydroxide ions. Now finally, these ions combine to form the corrosion product known as rust. Example: ship which remains partially immersed in seawater for a long time. The other type of differential erasion corrosion is pitting corrosion. This type of corrosion is observed when the dust particle or oil drops deposits over the metal surface. Pitting corrosion results when the portion of the metal covered by the dust, which is less aerated, becomes anodic and undergoes corrosion and forms a pit. The remaining area of the metal, which is exposed to a higher concentration of oxygen, becomes cathodic and remains unaffected. Once a small pit is formed, the rate of corrosion increases because formation of small anodic area or pit corrode faster because accepting electrons from the cathodic area increases. So with this, we come to an end of our video. I hope you guys found this video informative. Please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.